to ask the panel of experts we have here. Martins, sijui leo unaanzia wapi?
Hey, jana nilitwangwa watu hawakuwa wanapata opportunities za kuuliza maswali. I can only hope that today you're ready and at least we'll start with questions. So if anybody has a question, hebu kwanza tuinue mkono kwanza tuone. All right, I can see. Leo sitapigwa, niko concerned kidogo. Leo sitapigwa na gender kwa sababu for some reason we have fewer ladies in the audience today. So all of them at least will get an opportunity to ask a question if they do have one. But I think I can start, if I can get, where did I put the other microphone? I should have it somewhere here. Ah, there it is. I think probably I can start with this gentleman right here. Please ask your question. Remember, just stand up, ask one question, don't ask many. Yeah, so that we can all get an opportunity to ask.
Yes, my name is Hassan Lewa, the president of Vuguvugu la Vijana na Maendeleo Pwani. I'm from the coast region where we have suffered because of marginalization, together with border counties, other areas that are ASAL. So my question is, where are you prioritizing? Because we want to be involved, because we are suffering because of our sessional paper number 10 of 1965 that says that we are low potential areas. So how do we ensure that the communities in these areas are prioritized in this Beyond Vision 2030?
Right,
thank you.
All right, okay. Thank you very much. All right. Tatumaliza line ya mbele tu mara moja. Let's go.
My name is Baraza Bethel. My question goes to Mheshimiwa. You're talking about this planning with politics and etc.
Ongeza sauti kidogo.
Oh, sorry. My name is Baraza Bethel. My question is, is this vision from leaders all about manifestos or development of our country? Because when you look at Vision 2030, we still have projects which are still standing. They're not moving. When you look at different ministries, for example, the Ministry of Education, we are also carrying a lot of debts that are causing universities not to operate well. So is this visions only aligned to manifestos where we are building roads or building infrastructure, or we are also investing in welfare? And how can we trust you guys with all these big things that you're telling us? Why shouldn't we plan bit by bit, 7 years, 10 years? By the time it reaches 2060, let it be people like me who are talking about it. I would like to advise the government to do small things pole pole.
All right, okay. Umesema mimi ambaye nitakuwa 73 sifai kuwa nashughulikia hiyo mambo, ni yeye anafaa kuwa anashughulikia.
Thank you very much.
Sawa.
My name is Floyd Omokelo, a student of law at Kenyatta University, and also I am the chair or the Secretary General of the Media Lawyers Association of Kenya. And I've listened keenly to what you have discussed, so I'll take a bit of time. Lakini si sana. Kenya has no shortage of visions. We had Kenya Vision 2030, which Kibaki entrusted the National Steering Committee to do it, Vision Steering Committee to do it, and by 2008 we had it. In 10th of June, they launched it. The question is, what has Kenya Vision 2030 achieved and what it has not yet achieved? And for that particular case, I will talk about the issue of the political governance pillar. On that, the political governance pillar, we had the issue of industrialization. As we speak now, Kenya produces 3,843.8 megawatts of power. We are still shooting far below our weights. On the issue of, maybe let's talk about the issue of national debt. We still have problems to do with that. So there's a lot of things we need to work on as a country. We had targeted a 10% economic growth. That was annual growth, 10% annual growth. Currently, Kenya grows at 4 to 6%, roughly 5% growth, which means we are still not getting there as a country. So that is very important. Let us assess what the journey that we have had. What have we done and what have we achieved so far? On the issue of public participation, very important. Article 10, the national values of our country. Public participation. If you look at the Attorney General and two others versus the Vindi case, the main ground for the falling of the BBI case was on the issue of public participation. Very important. We cannot reduce national discussions into boardroom meeting talks.
Right.
The nation should be very much involved into such affairs. And as Lois said, recipsa lokito, the thing speaks for itself. If it will work, we will see it as a nation.
Right, thank you.
Recipsa lokito. At least two more and then we can have answers to those questions.
Good afternoon to the audience and to the panelists. Thank you for having us. My name is Masharia Maina. I'm a youth advocate and hopefully the incoming member of parliament, Ruiru constituency. And I end up being colleagues with my friend here in next Bunge. So my question will go directly onto the timeline. There is a lot of suspicion, especially around the timeline. We are making a 34-year plan, and we have it formulated or formed within 1 month. And if you compare this to what happened in 2030, I had Mwalimu was part of it. It started in 2006, ended in 2008. So these are 3 years of formulation, advocacy for the program, and then up to implementation. And again, it was implemented in a government that had just come in. So right now we are beginning a conversation in a political season where we are just about to go into an election and where the political environment is wanting. So we have we have insecurity issues, we have political, I wouldn't want to use the word political instability, but isn't this, wouldn't the government look at this, and especially with the timelines, wouldn't this be viewed as an attempt at political interference or election interference, considering the timelines that you are working with? And lastly, just in May this year, 2026, in a conversation between the National Economic Council, the Somali National Economics Council, the director of the Vision 2030 Development, or VDS, I forget what the D stands for. VDS announced that Kenya was planning or was coming in to implement Vision 2063. So this one was supposed to be in line with the AU Agenda 2063. So at what time did government change its plans between May and June from going the Vision 2063 route to now having an entire new Vision 2060? Thank you.
All right. Okay. Last but not least.
Thank you very much. My name is Eddie. I have several questions that I would like to pose to all the panelists. I'll start with the
Kindly make them short then.
Sure. When Martin here started the intro, where he talked about fundis, I think when he talked about fundis, he meant that after every 10 years, or rather 5 years, we have new people coming into government. As a house, what kind of legislations are you looking at? I understand that this is this kind of vision is when we are starting to having discussions about it. What kind of legislations, or rather, what kind of the structure that will anchor the National Development Charter to ensure that future regimes cannot alter or underfund the vision that we're having? I'm a man who believes of moving forward. So when we're talking about Vision 2060, let us talk about Vision 2060. Prof, the Vision 2060, I believe one of its main focus is about AI. Yes. Now, when we talk about AI, Prof, you are, I believe you are a mom, and you are a prof, you teach students. Is the curriculum we are being taught as students give us an opportunity to provide the workforce in the vision that we are proposing today as the Vision 2060? Then I'll go to Ms. Wangari here. How do we bridge the gap between massive physiological gap between elite long-term blueprints that we refer as first world by 2060 and the immediate painful economic struggles of ordinary Kenyans today? We know there was some poll, or rather an opinion poll or some research that said that by some time, the number of dependency ratio will get high from this number to this number. So when we want to fund, or rather we want to go to the first world country, how are we going to ensure that we are not only going to the first world country in terms of infrastructure, in terms of the systems, but we also involve our wananchi? Then the last question goes to Mr. Alexander. Vision 2030 was heavily built on infrastructure that was funded by the external debts, leading to our current fiscal strain. Then with the Vision 2060 estimated to require trillions, how are we going to realistically fund it through? We saw the president ascending the sovereign wealth bill without triggering another debt crisis. Thank you very much.
All right, we seem to be having experts in the audience as well today because those questions, hey, back to you, Stano.
Thank you very much, Martin.